Yo, welcome back to another demo derby. Whole lot of demos out there, whole lot of games to play, so let's get right into it. This is the next 5. This will be, I guess, episode 2 if we're going to be doing these regularly, and at this point I guess we're going to because I've been playing a shitload of demos. Let's get into it. Fish Hunters is a game that I thought just looked silly. Basically, it is a fishing game where you fish, you pull up fish, and then a whole bunch of fish go flying in the air, and you pull out a gun and you shoot the hell out of them. So, yeah, just a weird, arcadey, fun little thing. It seems like there's a lot of there's an upgrade path for different guns you get, and different fishing poles and all that sort of thing. Just seems like something that would be kind of fun with a bunch of friends. I played this for probably maybe 20 minutes or so. I didn't really care for it myself alone. That being said, I would totally play this with a group of people and just have a fun time with it, and I think that's kind of what they're going for anyway. So if you have a bunch of buddies and want to check this out, I think the demo you can even check out with people. I just didn't at the time. It might be up your alley, so give it a shot. Neo-Junk City, the first thing that pops out is that it's really nice and colorful. I love the pixel art. This is a game where you play a cyborg who wakes up in a dingy alley after doing some tutorial stuff, and it seems that you have killed your creator. So you are now a cyborg cop person kind of on the run, trying to prove that you are innocent, or at least find out what happened because you blacked out so you have no idea. This is a point-and-click adventure, and for the most part, I think it's really cool looking. There's some neat writing and some fun little gags and stuff here and there. Pretty good. The only thing I don't like is that there's these parts where when you get into a fight in this game, it goes into like a whole different mini-game thing where you are doing a shooting gallery sort of thing. And I just don't think it controls very well or it feels very good. And the amount of fighting you have to do where it is basically this over and over again got on my nerves a little bit. I think my main problem is that the way your gun works is that you can not shoot and it'll charge and do a more powerful shot. And basically you always want to do this because your normal shot, if you don't charge it, is like garbage. It basically does no damage at all. The problem is that a bunch of stuff will start shooting things at you, and you will have to either shoot their bullets so that you don't take damage or go into cover. And if you do go into this cover where you can go like to the sides of the screen, it cuts off your vision of the screen, so you're kind of having to guess when the bullets stop coming at you. This led to a lot of times where I would go into cover and then think, okay, it's been about like 10 seconds, I'm probably good. And then I'd come back into the main foray or whatever and just be hit immediately by a bullet that I couldn't see. I don't know, there's just some tweaking I think they need to do. I don't necessarily think the combat stuff is very good, but the rest of the game seems engaging by what I played here, so it might be worth checking out when it comes out. Now we get to the Resident Evil clone or like game of this batch. This is Flesh Made Fear. Pretty competent little old school survival horror thing where you play an agent of some sort that is investigating an area with his team. You're looking for some doctor that's gone crazy and is doing some experiments or whatever. And basically monsters and zombies are about, and you have to take care of them by doing puzzles and killing a bunch of zombies and yeah, just all the basic survival horror stuff. It is a good recreation of like a PlayStation game from back then, even down to the tank controls, which you know I'm a big fan of. I know a lot of people hate tank controls, I love them. Everything about this was a pretty fun little time. It has a lot of homages to a lot of different horror things. It has a lot of cute little Easter eggs for streamers and the horror community, which I think is cool. And overall, this definitely seems just like another one in a long list of old school style Resident Evil clones, but as a fan of old school style Resident Evil, I can't get enough of them. This is definitely something that is up my alley, and I will be checking it out for sure. Okay, I really wanted to like jump the track, but I just didn't really get into it. This is a visual novel where it seems most things or decisions that you can do are decided by playing Peggle, and in theory that sounds really cool and fun, which is why I downloaded it. Also, the art style I like quite a bit, but in reality I found that every time I was starting to get into like a thing that was happening in the story in the visual novel, it would cut to this Peggle game that I had to play. And every time I was thinking, man, it would be cool if I could just play a bunch of Peggle, it would take me back to a visual novel thing. The pacing of both of them kind of screwed up both sides of it for me, and I just didn't really like how it felt because of it. I thought the writing was pretty cute. I thought the characters and the design of everything, the art is very good. I wish it was voice acted because I think that just adds a little more character when you're doing visual novel type stuff. But overall, I was left a little high and dry on this one. I'm not a big fan of what I played, so I was kind of disappointed, which sucks. I was looking forward to this one. Alright, last but not least, we have Big Hops. This is Mario 64 in 2025, where you play a frog. Just the way you move around in the environment reminded me a lot of like a really good Mario 64 clone or something like that, which is cool. There's a lot of pretty fun platforming. It seemed a little easy to begin with, but then it got a little more difficult later on. Not difficult, a little more involved. It seems like it's maybe for a younger demographic, seems a little simple. There are some cool platforming things in here. I really enjoy the bug collecting sort of thing, especially because you can decide to keep them or eat them, which is fun since you're a frog. There is this whole area where the environment would be like being created as you're going through it, and sometimes it would twist and turn, causing your camera to twist and turn. And to be honest with you, it made me really sick. It was visually interesting and cool, but I had a hard time with my motion sickness that I get playing it. So that was kind of a bummer. Overall, I think this is a game I would pick up on a sale. I think the movement tech is pretty fun, and it also seems like the type of game that speedrunners are going to absolutely tear apart and just do some really cool stuff with the mechanics. So it might be funner to watch somebody just rip this thing apart when it comes out and just play through it really fast and do cool mechanics than play it yourself. But if you like 3D platformers, this is probably one you might want to check out as well. Alright, so there you go. There's another 5 demos for you. I'm going to have, I think I've played like another 10 to 15 since the recording of this, and Steam Next Fest has just started, so it's gonna get crazy. I am behind because of Summer Games Fest, so I also played a bunch of Summer Games Fest announcements and games that have demos, so we'll be talking about those coming up. If there's anything that you think I should try out, go ahead and write in the comments below or send me an email or something. And yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.